One of the most challenging tasks you're going to face when you are building that YouTube channel of yours is the editing. We actually call it being in the dungeon. That's what my mentor, David, calls it. And I've taken that on because it's like you're just stuck doing this editing. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a tool called Gling that hopefully will help to alleviate that task somewhat. So if you are just joining me, welcome or welcome back to the channel. This is Choices TV. My name's Anthony Charles. And on this channel, I make videos on the tools, the books, the strategies to help you to be more, to do more, and to have more. And that's by strengthening your mindset and boosting that productivity and mastering your people skills. This is the section of this is a set of videos called the video diaries. Not my video diaries, my business diaries. And this is where I'm just documenting my YouTube journey. Yeah, so as I said, one of the biggest challenges you're going to face is doing that editing. It does take a long time. And my mentor David told me about a tool called Gling. It's an online editor and it's really shortened the process for me. So let me just tell you, first and foremost, this isn't going to be some in-depth review where I'm going to be scoring it out of a certain number. I'm just going to tell you how it's worked for me. And I'm here in the business diaries to share my progress with you and share the things that are working for me. So hopefully they can work for you. So first things first, Gling, which is an online editor, I'm going to say right off the bat, it only works at this moment in Microsoft Edge and the Chrome browser. And how do I know that? Because I found out the hard way, because I used it with Opera, or Opera, as some people call the browser. First, let's have a look at the interface so I can just talk you through a few bits and pieces on there and tell you how I use it. And then I'm going to come back here and I'll tell you what my experience was of using it. Okay, this is pretty cool. I tell you something about this YouTube journey. There is so much to learn. And, you know, dare I say, if you build a YouTube channel and give it your best and you don't get monetized, the skills that you are going to learn from going through the process, you've got to be able to monetize them somewhere else. But that's not what our plan is. We're going to get monetized. Okay. This is new. Again, I've never done a screen capture. So kudos to all those people who do it on YouTube and make it look incredibly easy. So let me tell you what we're looking at here. This is the main page of Gling, the whole page of Gling. And this is what I'm using for my editing. So I'm not going to do a deep dive into it because I don't know everything about it. I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing with it right now and see if it can help you at all. So there's all the features here. I'm not going to talk about all the different things that they do, but what I will talk to you about is the pricing. So let's get the pricing up. And the very first time I used it, then I started off over here with the free account. And with the free account, the main thing is you get up to 1 hour of media processed. So you can actually use it for free and you can upload 1 hour's worth. I think that's 1 hour a month. So let's have a look. Yeah, it's worth giving it a try. Now, my videos are anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes long. So I worked out that for a month, an hour isn't going to be enough, of course, because let's say I did 4 15-minute videos, then that hour is gone. But this is worth thinking about. If you were going to go for the free option, do your best to trim down whatever you're going to put in here to edit. Trim it down as much as possible so you're uploading the smallest amount of media. I've gone for the £10 a month, and that gives me up to 10 hours, and that's easy for the amount of videos that I'm going to do. So that's as far as I'm going to talk to you about this side of Gling. Let's get inside and I'm going to show you what it does there. So I've got it here, and this is what it looks like when you log in. You can see some of the projects that I've done down here already. So I just want to show you how easy it is. You can actually click on here and find the file and bring the file in, or you can do drag and drop. So I'm just going to drag it over here. That didn't work. There you go. Okay, so you've got the file in, and you can add another file if you like. I'm not sure how many files you can add, but if you've got 2 cameras, definitely you can add another file in here. You could add a script in here. Then we hit continue. And this is where it gives you the options. So you've got the like and subscribe button, and I don't use the like and subscribe button, so I take that one off. There is jump, cut, and zoom. I don't let Gling do my jump cuts or zooms for me. And there is the enhanced audio. I don't let it do that either. I've used it before. It's not bad, pretty good, but I use another version, which I'll make another video about. I leave on the cut silences, definitely, and cut bad takes out, and remove any filler words. Add smart captions. I'm not quite sure what that is. I don't use it. So it's pretty simple. All I do when I come on here, the like and subscribe button is already ticked. And as I said, I take that one off because I don't use that. And then you're good to go. And you click on the enhanced and edit, and Gling starts getting ready, and it starts editing your file. It can take a while. You can see it's gone up to 5%. It could take, maybe, depends on how big the file is, takes me about 10-15 minutes, and I'll come back when it's done, and then I'll show you what it looks like on the other side. Brilliant. So this is what it looks like when Gling does its edit. If you have a look here, this is the transcript. You'll see words here that are struck through there, they're crossed out, and those are the words that are edited. When you look down here in the video section, you'll see grayed out areas like this and grayed out areas like this here. That reflects what's crossed out up here. So let's have a look and see. If I was to go here, because I'm guessing that this is in relation to that up here. So I've just now right clicked. I'm using Windows. I just right clicked, and the option has come up to say uncut. So you know what that means. I'm just going to reverse the cut. If I uncut it, let's have a look. Yep, that was that sentence right there, which Gling decided to take away. And now it's come back in. And if I highlight it again, and then the option is here just to cut, and then Gling takes it out again. So I'm going to explain a bit more of this in the video as I go along, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like on this side. There's more things that you can do here, more editing tools to split. You can adjust the pace here, and you can see everything here. And this is really important, because when you are editing and Gling takes out some of the edits, you can actually see what the video is going to look like as well. So it's really good. I don't use the AI assistant, don't use the enhance here. So I'm not sure what they do at the moment, but that's as far as this goes. And I'm going to go back to the main video and just talk you through some of the pros and cons of using Gling. So that's how the dashboard looks, and I'm going to tell you about my experience of using it. I guess up top, I'm going to say again, only use it with the Microsoft Edge browser or the Chrome browser, because I'm going to tell you what happened to me when I used Opera. And somehow while using it, after we already were using Opera, we found a part on the Gling site that said it only works with these 2 browsers. I wish they had put it in a place where I could have seen it, but the fact I'm telling you this now, then I'm going to save you some time. And I don't know, at some point it might be available on the Opera browser, but for now, as I'm speaking to you, not at all. So it does save me some time when it comes down to editing, but I don't use it for the full edit. So what I use it for is the initial edit. Then I still take it into Camtasia, and then I do all the rest of the editing there. So I use Gling to really clean up my video, and then I put it into Camtasia, and I add all the B-roll, I punch in and out and do all of those things. Okay, so I'm going to say it's really good because it saves me a lot of time. Gling takes away a lot of, it depends on what you select, but I select for it to take away the spaces and what it thinks are mistakes, and then unnecessary words. So it will take away a lot of stuff. So I find that I have to replace things. I could set it so that it didn't take away so much, but I don't mind adding back. I like it to clean up as much as it can. So sometimes it takes away stuff that you want, so you've got to be careful. For instance, I might have a take and I will be saying, I don't know, what can I be saying? That YouTube is one of the best platforms in the world. And I could mess up on that, and then I've done it about 3 times. Sometimes Gling may choose the first or second one, where the third one is probably where I nailed it. So sometimes I'm busy editing this second one, only to find out, oh no, there it is down there, and that's the one I want. So sometimes it does take away the things that you really want, but I still think it's pretty good, and it saves me a lot of time. I allow it to remove silences, and this is something that you've got to pay attention to, because the way I talk, sometimes I have a little bit of a gap in between the words that, or the sentences that I'm saying, and Gling likes to take them out. If you say to Gling to take away the silences, it will take them out. It makes your video tighter and it makes the speech flow better, but of course it makes for sometimes a very jerky video because it's taking out all those little bits. So when I'm going along Gling, all those little spaces that it takes away, unless it's really detrimental to how the video's sounding offline, I find myself uncutting them and putting them back in, and that's very easy to do. You just hover over the section, and you can either uncut on the video itself, or you go up to where the words are, and you can see that the words are struck through. They're crossed out, and you can just uncut them and then add them back in. So it's really easy to use. As I said, I started using Opera to use it, and everything went well. Didn't know there was a problem until I hit the download button. I did everything, did all the editing, and finally got to the end of it, and I thought, okay, hit download. It's downloaded 97.3%, and that took nearly an hour. So that was already a bit of a problem, because like, that's taking long. It got stuck on 97.3, would not move, couldn't get it to do anything else. So I abandoned the download and I did it again, and I can't remember what I changed this time. There was something I changed, but it got up to 97.7 this time. Again, nothing, couldn't download it, and that just took so long, and I just didn't know what the problem was. I switched over to Edge, to Microsoft Edge, and when I signed into Gling using Microsoft Edge, because I created an account by then, there's nothing in there. So I'm now like, okay, I can access it through the Opera browser, which isn't working, but I've signed in by the Microsoft Edge and there's nothing there. So there's a download button, and it says you can download a desktop version. So I download the desktop version and I sign in there, and it's empty again. And I'm absolutely confused. And I found out that the file isn't being held online. So even though it's an online editor, it's holding the file somewhere, either in your browser or somewhere on your computer. I couldn't find it. I even went to ChatGPT and I went, oh, great one, can you tell me where Opera has its local files to my computer? Because I couldn't find I couldn't find the file at all. All that mucking around, it took me 6 hours to solve that problem. So I've just saved you 6 hours at least, because if you use Chrome or Microsoft Edge, then you're not going to have a problem at all. One other thing that I wasn't happy about was that it said that if I paid whatever I can't remember what the subscription was, then it would take away the watermark. So I guess the watermark is somewhere on the video when it's finished. I paid for that and I didn't see a watermark, but what I did have was they've got this subscribe button whereby the AI hears when you talk about subscribing, and then it puts a subscribe button on there, which was a nice fancy subscribe button that came up on the screen. Only that when the subscribe button goes away, then it's got Gling there, and I didn't ask for their logo to be on my video, and I didn't realize it until I had finished editing and I was ready to upload the video. Then I had to go in and block it out. And maybe, you know what, if it was free and I was getting it for free, then I wouldn't mind advertising it, but I'm paying. So no, I didn't want the logo on there. So it can do a lot more than what I'm using it for, because I just put one single video in there and it's very good. So a couple of things that I don't use. I don't use the sound enhancer. I have used it and it's not too bad, but I'm using a better sound enhancer now. I'll make a video on that and I'll talk about that later on. But I also don't use the zoom in, zoom out, you know, when you're punching in, punching out on the videos, because when it's exported from Gling, I can't see where they are. And when I put it into Camtasia to do my final edit on there, I might want to do my own kind of zoom in, zoom out, or might want to add some extra ones in there. And because I can't see where these zoom ins and out are from what Gling has done, then you get this situation where you can I can zoom in, for instance, and then next minute the video's coming back out because Gling decided to do something else there. So I don't use the zoom in and out on there. There's a lot of other features that it has, which I look forward to using, because I only use one camera at the moment. When I use two cameras, I can see that it has the facility to load up more than one video. I'm not sure how many videos it will allow you to load up all together, but definitely two. So all in all, I find it to be a very useful tool. And if you get somebody who's going to help you with that part of the editing, then it's going to be easy for them. They don't have to start looking at sound waves and cutting them. And it's very user friendly. So it's very easy because they can just follow the text and they can just either delete or undelete. I think you can use it and upload the finished article from Gling, but because I have a little bit more things to add to my video when Gling's finished, then it's not the final for me. I think it's a great tool all in all. It saved me a lot of time, and hopefully this video is going to save you time as well. So I'm wishing you all the very best of success on your YouTube channel and with your editing, and I will speak to you soon. In the meantime, keep on being amazing, because you are. Take care. Feeling good? Want more results like this? Let's keep that momentum going with this video here. Also, click on my head here to subscribe.